All right, hello, and welcome back to the Crossword vlog, aka Clog, Wednesday edition, and maybe Thursday edition. This is the classic maybe double feature where it's the night of Wednesday, and so if I get a good time or I'm feeling on my game, I'll go ahead and give the Thursday a try. Otherwise, I'll save that for tomorrow. In terms of the 1 hour challenge, we're doing quite well at the moment, a minute or so ahead of schedule, thanks to a very, very fast Tuesday. The Wednesday time, that's another potential time gain day. So obviously going to put my best foot forward here. Looking at a very open grid here, I'm a little worried about this sort of section. It can be pretty hard to get a foothold here if you're not able to snipe the 6, 7, or 8 as there's really just this 5 here. Everything else is quite long, and the ends of words generally help less than the starts. So keep an eye out for that. I think strategy-wise, I'm going to try to avoid this area for as long as possible, and hopefully I get enough stuff here that I can just break in no problem. Let's get started. Electro ascent. Okay, slope. Jaunt on a hayrack. Dina here. I do. Key to search with. Enter. Part of belt. What A's and B's are good for? Sentries. Nope. Cameron. Some basic. Okay. Climactic. Okay. .org. We take to court sue. Be something. Ride, I guess. Rise. See. Durable. Isomer. Natural remedy. Something oil. Tea oil? Maybe. Fusion. Lena. Um, do's and don'ts. Triple cafes. Cod oil. And CBD. Brute. So it's dose. Okay. 8. Okay. Carpe diem. Seize the day. Zen. And woman. Premier squad. A team. Man's best friend. Less. Males. Food spread. Lee. Rehab. Emo. Amuse. Thank God. Wait, why yes. Breath. At last. Boots. Rap duo. Craw. Gel. Bubbly bar. For Danish. Bit or a tad. Flower. The S there. Probably S there. These places. 2, 4. Double, triple play. No, no, that works. Texas. Morph. Maybe. Um, might just be lay. Okay. Groupies. GPA. Part. Maybe Ron. Angels. Is it Major Tom? Goes with jibes with Irishism. World Series. Okay. Maybe just waitress. Marie. Morphed. IDs. Swahili. No. Oto maybe. Okay. Young. Oh, it's Marmite here, I think. Somali. Suits, of course. Mutated. Sheila. Atomic reaction. EPA here. Asteroid. Get cute. Fire opal. Fission. Uh, iPods. Soap. Prop bet. Portals. Rails. Coalesce. Sing it. A bit. All right. Not a terrible time by any means. Obviously not exactly what I was looking for. Um, yeah, I don't know. I didn't like that one bit. Honestly. So yeah, I think this is a quite a strained theme. Um, so I get the idea. It's a world. Well, maybe I don't even really get the idea. I mean, obviously, it's numbers that are in a series, so 2, 4, 8, 16. You're multiplying by 2 each time, and they're from around the world because uh, dos, and it's Spanish and Danish and Italian and French. I mean, yeah, I it's not really a world like even if I saw like, oh, these are four numbers in a series that are all in different languages, you don't really think world series. And also these are all three of them are from Europe and one of them is from the America, or no, all of them, I'm sorry. Uh yeah, these are all just from Europe. So how is it a World Series if they're all from Europe? It's a Europe series. Like so this theme just doesn't really work at a fundamental level. Um, and then do's and don'ts seize the day, quite solid answers just on their own. Fire Opal, nothing wrong with it. Otohan, sorry, that's terrible, Phil. Um, and the fact it just felt so off-putting that fission was like when I'm clicking here, look at all this like text that's highlighted. And it's just so confusing because fission is not actually part of the theme. It's just cross-clued um, with a themer. Um, so it, like this is just like a coincidence essentially. Um, that we're like cross-gluing with a themer and that like I feel like that's generally bad form. Like this doesn't tie in with the rest of the theme in any way. It just ties in with one themer. Um, like I'd rather they cross-glue these together or something. I don't know. Um, but that was pretty off-putting to me, especially since Otohan is just terrible on its own. Um, I also had even stuff that I did enjoy the answer on. I just had issues with how it was clued. Like, I think fans of a band, that's just not an accurate. Like, I just think the cluer just doesn't know what these words mean because a groupie is like a very, I mean, it's a subset of fans of a band, but it's a very specific subset of people that are like following the band around, right? Like, I would guess that far less than like 0.1% of fans of a band are groupies. Um, and so it's just like cluing groupies as that just doesn't make any sense. And then whirling visual effects in video games as portals? Like what? I mean, many video games have a concept of a portal, but I wouldn't call it a visual effect. It's a thing that you interact with. It's not a visual effect. The portal might have a whirling visual effect, but that's not what it is. Um, I don't think Ron is ever short for Cameron. Ron is short for Ronald, as in Ronald Weasley. Um, I didn't like sing it as like that. Yeah, I had a few others that uh, bothered me in terms of, yeah, like why yes is perfectly okay, Phil, but like you're quite right. Maybe it's fine. I just remember that striking me as slightly off. But yeah, some of the Phil itself is also pretty bad, like Irishism. It's not a thing. Sheila, not a fan of that. Um, Anything else that bothered me? I can imagine CBD oil annoying people. I, I don't know. It's on the lower end of things that I'm annoyed by in this puzzle. Oh yeah, prop bet. I think they don't. Yeah, it's a certain type of wager. It doesn't need to be a sports wager. Like there's just all these things where I think this person just had Phil put in front of them. They like didn't know what it actually meant. They didn't know what a groupie was. They don't know what a prop bet is. They don't know what portals are. And so they just like Googled it, looked at the result page for like half a second, and then just wrote out a clue. Um, so again, like it's not necessarily that the fill itself is a disaster, because like groupies is totally good fill, portals is good fill. I like prop bet as a fill, but it's just the cluing is just so bad. Um, and of course there is bad fill in here. But yeah, I think the theme is kind of a disaster of a theme. It made no sense. And so, yeah, I'm giving this puzzle like a 2 out of 10. I think this is quite bad. Um, anyway, thanks for watching. But I feel like I'm still on my game. So I will not see you next time. I will see you this time with hopefully a much better puzzle. Let's get it started. S, K, Sammy Sosa, undo, do, uh, FDR, oofs, one up, outdo, oops, outdo, 1 star, not I, keys, next at ease, uh, K, K-pop, international, okay, please go, odds, pose, Aldo, uh, okay, Ariel, slap maybe, masters, sand probably, notepads, Baja, Wana. This must be ninja. So I don't. Oh, you jam. Yeah, jam into there. Um, Baja, Mexico. Uh, probably Alex, right? Wombs, Oriole. Minter, Erin. No. Requires tickets for checking out. Military Academy. Coat room. I think it's like IROC. Cargo holds. For passengers. Case opener. Gov. Play S here. TVs. Neither nor. Thumb. It must be thumb somethings. Thumb. It's a Xena, right? Not all. Ashley, is it like that? Rosh Hashanah. Play S here. Axles. High place. Something box. Lou Bega, I think. Golan. Helms. 2020s, okay. Ingredient. Play S here. Checkers move it. Jump. Quarter of a calorie. Jewels. That works with that. Maybe Mir. Maybe Earl. Square times square time. Square. MES is that. but it might be like James, someone. LBJ. Um, not QED. Uh, not to be rude. X maybe. Cute. That doesn't fit. Um, first be seen in 2000. Sunbathe. SNL. Maya Rudolph. Maybe just pickleball. Pickleball. Said spat. Maybe Tess. L. Frescoes. Maybe James. James. No. Argument. Kareem. Goat. Something doors. Cabin doors. Thumb index. Um, opera box. Half step. Tails. No. No shade. Latosca. Latosca. AMA. Mm, celery. Celery. James Cater. Mm, Times Square. Cakesters. Oreo. True poet. Carrot must be. Right? Sell. Ballot. Pellet. James. James Spader. Mess. There we go. All right. Um, Definitely the sort of time that we're looking for here. 0007, 26. One of my faster Thursdays ever. And we gained right back everything we lost previously. So we're dangerously close to being right on target here. As a reminder, we need to make up 2 minutes, 9 seconds. And we've already made 1 minute 30. We've really got to do it in the Friday, Saturday, which is a very tall order. This Sunday is going to be kind of impossible for me to beat. But let's go ahead and admire the puzzle. I have to admit to not understanding this. Uh, so, okay, now I understand it. So I was like, so I understood, obviously, that we're uh, jamming, well, not jamming, I shouldn't say that, putting, we have rebuses on the circles, aka balls, and I was thinking it would be a pickleball, and that would be like, oh, a dill pickle, whatever other types of pickles there are. But instead it's a pickle as in like, oh, you're in a bind, you're in a jam, you're in a mess, you're in a pickle. Um, so I think it works as a theme. And this one's on me for not being able to count the number of S's in Times Square. Um, Overall, I liked this. So first of all, in terms of the theme, I am predisposed to liking rebuses, and this was no um, exception. It's sort of fun to discover something and just be like, I know what this is. It doesn't fit in the number of letters. Let's toss in extra letters in the grid. Um, in terms of the actual answers, I don't know if they're like that amazing. I think Ninja Masters is a bit cringy on the ear, Baja, Mexico, similarly. There's the Baja Peninsula for sure. There's Baja Blast. But Baja, Mexico, just as a phrase, doesn't like sound that nice. Um, Thumb index, yeah, not really a thing. Cabin doors, it's okay. Um, James Spader, don't really know what he looks like in Times Square. Obviously, that's nothing wrong with that. Um, but as a theme, it works certainly better than yesterday's. Um, and I'm now the more I look at this, the more I'm like maybe I just liked it because I did better than the previous puzzles. Because there are some like issues with the fill. First of all, uh, this needs it informally. Like I that's why I said it didn't fit. If you were wondering, because I was like, I guess cukes like the letters would fit, but it's not. It didn't say informally. These are cucumbers. I assume maybe there's an actual thing called a cuke. Um, and then an opera box. I don't really know what that is. I mean, I know what it is, but I don't really know what it is. Um, I like the cluing on coat room, I guess, but I've seen Tosca in the grid, but not La Tosca. AMA and LBJ right next to each other. Eh. Um, Kareem, I feel like I've never heard that name in isolation. It's always Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So that felt a little weird. I mean, props for the K-pop cluing being fresh, I guess. Um, yeah, I guess in terms of like long fill, there's really not that much here outside the theme. And stuff like Minter is actually quite awkward to the ear. Um, so I think this, what is it, ACAD? Oh, Academy. Mm-mm. Okay. Yeah, the more I look at this, the more I'm like, yeah, this probably wasn't the best, the best puzzle ever. Um, yeah, a lot of proper nounage going on as well. The more that I look at it, especially with James Spader in there. I know this is a famous person. I just don't know every famous person. I'm sorry. Oh, and then IROX pluralized. Man, that's tough. Um, so final rating. Yeah, even though I do like Rebus's, this has got to go below average. I'm gonna go 3.5 out of 10. I enjoyed it, to be clear. This is one of those like enjoyed it but bad rating sort of situations. And I have the opposite sometimes. But yeah. Anyway, glad we're doing well on the 1 hour challenge. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.